everybody, welcome to the December cooking demo, and we got a real treat in store for you today. And as always, I'm Miss Meg, the librarian over at the Lackawanna Library. And as you can see here, I have my Christmas tree all set up, the best way that I can. This is pizza dough that's been rolled out and shaped into a triangle. And then we're going to work on this one here on this parchment paper, a triangle with two ends put together because it was a little bit on the bigger side with it. And this is going to be a twisted breadsticks spinach dip Christmas tree. So it's going to be really, really cool. So right in here, I have my spinach dip. This is cream cheese, cheddar cheese, white cheddar cheese, some frozen spinach, some garlic powder, chili powder, and smoked paprika and salt and pepper in this. So it's a whole bowl full of deliciousness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this onto my dough here. Full of goodness here. Then we're going to spread this out so it covers evenly. Perfect.
With spinach in this dish, I'll feel like Popeye the Sailor Man.
Absolutely. And you want to get the green color, so make sure it's incorporated very well and it's mixed in very, very nicely. Now, before we get the second layer on, I am going to put some more cheese. This is Vermont Cabo white cheddar cheese. You can get this at Tops, Wegmans, Walmart, Target, everywhere you go shop. So a little bit of cheese on here. About maybe 3/4 of a cup of cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. Or, because you want to make sure that it spreads, all through the Christmas tree here. In this recipe, fun fact, it actually came from a video I saw on Pinterest. It was a really cool, fun take on a edible Christmas tree. And this is originally was meant for using for a party, for a holiday party, but can definitely be used for a meal too. So next, I am going to put on the top layer, and you cut this as a triangle. What I did was I rolled out the dough. A little bit came apart there. I rolled out the dough and I stretched it out so it obviously looked like a triangle, and I cut it with the pizza cutter to make it look like some triangles, make it look like a Christmas tree the best that it can. And then you want to make sure, when you want to pinch the sides, so you don't want any of the filling to come out. So pinch the sides the best you can. Sometimes the dough's a little bit tricky, as it's being for me right here, right now. Tricky dough is a mind of its own. Right, if a little bit gets out, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Now, the breadstick part. I'm going to take my pizza cutter. Yes, stand back. And I'm going to go ahead and do a slice right here. These look like breadsticks. And like I said, if a little bit of filling, escapes, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. Make sure these are nice and cut. turn this around here. Start here. Perfect. Perfect. So it looks a little bit like a Christmas tree. Perfect. All right, so then I'm going to take my dough cutter, because there were some pieces that didn't get cut all the way through. Make sure that they are cut all the way through, because we will need these for the twisting. And this pan is not so flat and forgiving, so, I mean, some people, you know, get caught with those types of pans. That's okay. You know, you make do with what you have, as the old saying goes. Okay, and if you need to tear it a little bit, you tear it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, get this up. We're going to, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist it like that. Pull it up and twist. You don't have to be perfect. Just do the best you can. Twist. Up and twist. The little filling escapes, like I said, it's not, in cooking, there's always a solution to every problem. You can try to just make it work if you can, or adjust the recipe if you need to. There's no, even though you see it all the time on TV, I see it all the time on Top Chef, there is no reason to freak out when something doesn't go as planned. There's always a plan B. There's always a solution to every problem. Let's try the other way to twist. There we go. And like I said, they just do the best you can. They don't have to be perfect. You know, with the dough that you're working with, you make do with what you have. And plus, it's kind of fun to do. It's like playing with an arts and crafts project. All right. So that looks good to go, and that is our Christmas tree. Not a perfect one, but it's a Christmas tree. So what's going to do, it's going to go in the oven for about 22 to 25 minutes. I'm going to put this on for 25 because the dough is a little bit on the thick side at 400 degrees, and it's going to come out. I'm going to come out and brush it with butter and parsley, and get this in. It'll be a nice treat, and it'll turn out perfect. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Brussels sprout kale salad with chopped pecans, bacon, white cheddar, and craisins. So salads are not only easiest, but also a healthy dish and a good way to get your veggies in. So first ingredient, Brussels sprouts. You can get them pre-chopped over at Wegmans. Definitely the leaves are so healthy for you. They're a cruciferous vegetable, good for digestion. And not to mention super delicious. Okay, that's enough of dust. And then next ingredient, kale. Again, Wegmans is absolutely the best in getting all these vegetables pre-chopped. And if you don't have a pre-chopped kale in your house, or if you have like a big piece here, tear it up, your fingers. Now you got several few pieces here. A little bit more there. Perfect. And then next ingredient, dried cranberries or craisins. And dried cranberries add like a fruitiness to a salad. And they're now trending and very popular now because of that reason. Not to mention they're super healthy and super delicious. Okay. Next ingredient, white cheddar cheese. Add that tang and that nutty flavor to a salad. And it's always to taste. You know, if you like more cheese, add more cheese. You like a little bit less, or you can't have cheese, add a little bit less. Salads are good because you can add pretty much as you want to taste. You know, you just got to make sure that you create the perfect bite for you. Next, chopped up bacon. Now, if you don't like bacon or can't have bacon, you can use chicken, you can use salmon, you can use croutons, breadcrumbs, almonds. Sliced almonds are very good too. And then, to top it all off, some chopped pecans. Perfect.
Quite the salad.
It is quite the salad. It's a very delicious salad too. Now, the vinaigrette. Directed over here. I pre-did this. I'm going to heat it up for about maybe 20-25 seconds so I can get all this done here. So it gets all softened out. And then while it's heating up, I'll explain really quick what's in here. A little bit of bacon fat from the reserved, or you can use olive oil, just any type of fat. Rice wine vinegar, Dijon mustard, some chopped shallot, and to sweeten it, you can either use honey or what I used in this one, some maple syrup. And it's sure to add that sweetness and a good flavor to the dressing. So, okay, good. We're good here. And then this is pretty much my favorite life hack of dressing. Let me show you this. If you've been to one of my cooking demos, you know this. I'm going to shake this because it is a little bit hot. I'm going to shake this very softly. To emulsify a dressing, you give it a good shake. But I'm not going to shake this one too vigorously because it is on the hot side. And if you shake a dressing that size, it's going to go psh, and we don't want that. And then this bottle actually is pretty cool. I got it at Target, and it has a spout right on top here, so I can control how much dressing I drizzle on the salad. Perfect.
What made you go with that particular dressing mix
Simple, basic vinaigrette. And plus, for this type of salad, when you're working with any greens or any cruciferous vegetables, it adds a great flavor and it takes out that punginess that the Brussels sprouts have. So here are the salads. So I'm going to go and get 2 forks and give mine a good toss. Yeah, those are delicious. I'm going to give mine a good toss. And if you want to make like a big bowl of this, you know, I highly suggest to use, you can use 2 big forks, or if you have tongs, salad tongs, those work great too. But for this one, I'm going to use 2 forks. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I can smell the dressing, smell the flavors melding together. It's absolutely delicious. All right, so this is the part of the show we call QCQA. I'm going to try to get the perfect bite of everything. So here we go. Give it a taste. The smokiness from the bacon, the nuttiness from the pecans and from the cheddar cheese, and the greenery in the good way from the kale and Brussels sprouts. And the good part is the kale is not so bitter. Because one thing about, you want to be careful about kale, it can be very bitter if you leave the stem in. So when you cut kale, or chop kale up, or chiffonade is when you roll it up, and then you chop it lengthwise so it creates like a big long ribbon. It's actually pretty cool. You want to make sure the stem is completely out, and because sometimes it can be found on the sides too. You get that stem, you will taste bitterness. So, and if you like bitter, great. But me, not a big fan of bitterness. You know, I prefer, you know, to leave it out. But yeah, this is a beautiful salad to have with any holiday meal, especially when you have a big ham, scalloped potatoes. This is a wonderful side dish to have to balance it all out. So, recipe will be added at the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that. And then let's end this video and take a look over at our Christmas tree, our breadstick Christmas tree, see how that turned out. Let's go check it out. Hi, welcome back. As you can see, our Christmas tree has returned from the oven, nice and golden brown. Very delicious looking. And the last step for this is melted butter with some garlic salt and parsley. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a little brush. Get all this delicious goodness in here. And then depending on your oven, if you have like a oven that gets on the hotter side, at times, you want to go in for the less, like if it says, you know, like for example, this one said 22 to 25 minutes. If your oven is on the hot side, you definitely want to do it for the less time, the 22. Because how you get to know your oven is how you test it out. So ours is an electric oven, so it is a bit on the hotter side. So I did go for, but the dough was kind of heavy. So I did do it for the 25 minutes, and it did turn out pretty well. Nice and golden brown. Perfect. All right. So I think it's ready for its QCQA. Give this a nice taste. And what you do is you tear it off. Look at this. See the steam? And it is a little bit on the hot side, so I'm going to let it cool for a few more minutes. So, but oh my goodness. This is definitely will be a hit at like any Christmas party. But I know with COVID and everything, you know, it is on the out that you have parties, but hopefully next year be a good recipe. So I'm gonna give this a good taste. The creaminess from the spinach dip. Bread is nicely baked. And the butter, the finishing butter, gives it a very, very nice touch. Delicious. So, these recipes will be featured at the end of the video. Feel free to try them out. And also, you can view them and print them out so you can follow along with me if you like. Get the ingredients. I mean, for the Christmas tree, it's pizza dough, frozen spinach thawed out, cream cheese, chili powder, and garlic powder. Mix that all up. and then roll your dough out so it's like the Christmas tree. Nice and fun. And for the salad, it's Brussels sprouts chopped, kale, pecans, white cheddar, bacon, craisins, and for the vinaigrette, Dijon mustard, bacon fat, rice wine vinegar, shallots, and maple syrup. For the sweetness, put it in a jar, shake it up, perfect vinaigrette. So, make a batch of this, enjoy with a nice salad. You'll have a perfect meal right there. So thank you so much for joining me on this cooking demo. It means the world to me that you were here with me today. And I just want to say on behalf of the rest of the staff and I and our director, Jennifer Johnston, please have a safe and healthy holiday. Please keep yourself protected and safe from COVID-19. And hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll have the doors open and welcoming you guys in. So enjoy. Have a wonderful holiday. Take care.